because of checking out our history, 1877, the Great Compromise.
Yeah. Everyone look that up, the Compromise of 1877. We might as well talk about it.
Yeah, so after looking at that, I'm convinced that anytime we get ahead, that they would go and plan something to bring us back down, right? Because it happens over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. I feel like we can't join them.
No.
In any way, and we gotta let them do their own thing,
and we do ours,
and we do
because we're not
thing.
established. So I'm one who does believe that integration was the worst thing for us, as far as us being unified as a strong, united force.
Right.
Now, once we have established ourselves, then I'm all about segregating and doing that thing so we are as one. Like a melting pot here. But we did that before we even had anything. We're trying to be a part of a system that didn't even want us in to begin with. We came over here as a product, as something just to be bred and used to build up the country, not to be a citizen. And that's the verbiage from the Supreme Court, and that's why we're only considered 3/5 in the Constitution. But anyway, when we talk about the Compromise of 1877, so everyone. Look it up. Look it up. It's so much out there to educate yourself on. So what Speaks was talking about, the Compromise of 1877, what it was you had white men sit in the room. I can't remember what I think it was in D.C., and it was at a hotel, and I can't recall the name of the hotel that they went to. So they're all in there. This was not nothing that went through a vote by the people. This was them sitting in the room and determining, okay, what are we going to do? It was following the Civil War. So the North won the Civil War, and now you had Hayes, who was a Republican representative for the Republican Party. They were making an agreement to put Hayes in office, which was an 1876 election.
And he was running against Tillman.
Yep, he was running against Tillman. So the compromise was the Republicans wanted Hayes to be president. The Democrats had to agree. The Democrats said, we'll agree if we can contain our power in the South.
Right.
Southern
so
power.
Listen to the Democrats.
Yeah.
This is a party that we're all.
Exactly. So the Democrats wanted to keep the power in the South. So to do that and to agree to elect Hayes into the office, the highest office that you can attain here, which is to be president, was the North had to pull their troops out of the South. They had to pull their troops out of the South. By doing that prevented black people from establishing themselves, because as long as we had the troops there, they were keeping up the fact that we were free, the fact that we were able to vote. So again, we were voting back then.
Right.
But now, when that happened,
let me give them some dates between 1865 to 1877. 1865 to 1877. So when the troops were there, we was able to obtain 16 million acres. 16 million acres of land during that period of time.
All that land, which a lot of it got taken from us once that compromise was made. And again, this is a compromise of white men determining our fate as black people.
Yeah.
None of us is in that room. And again, not even the fact, even if we were not in the room, that should have been something that was brought to the whole entire nation to make a decision on. Not just some men who were like, okay, well, we want Hayes to be president. What kind of deal? It was just like a backyard type of deal where they shaking hands on this. But it was all about the Democrats wanted that Southern control again. And that was about the fact that once they removed slaves, once that got removed and now all black people are free, well, what was the major product that was gaining profit for the South and for the entire country? It was cotton. So just to give you all some background on it. So cotton was being picked in the South. From there, it would get trucked up to the North, where they would run it through their mills and warehouses and everything, and then it would get shipped over to Europe, where then in Europe they would take it and then they would make cloths, they would make towels, they would make shirts, they would make all these other things that would get sent out all over the world. So the United States was making all of this money off of the backs of black people. You had Europe making money off of it as well. Black people was making nothing. One bale, and you all do the research, a bale of cotton would be around like $1 million. So let's say, and this is back then. But a black person would get paid 25 cents.
Say it again.
25 cents.
25
to 50 cents.
I'm not buying no more cotton. I'm getting all my cotton for free from now on.
But then you look at it, so it was all about the money. Again, we are a capitalist country. It was because of on the backs of these slaves of picking all this cotton is how the United States got established so quickly in such a short time.
Right.
Because we were funding the entire world with cotton. We were the #1 producers of cotton, and that's what gained us profit at a short time and made us such a powerhouse amongst all the other nations. So now, because of that deal being made, now that led to, and now listen everyone, that led into the Jim Crow laws.